thank you all for being here tonight. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Corbin Shear. I am the director of the marching band. We have, I think, a great program for you all tonight. We're excited to show off the work that we've done the last 2 weeks. We're going to start first with the national anthem, followed by our alma mater, and then the fight song. So if you would rise as able for that. So again, I want to take the opportunity to thank you all for being here tonight. It means a lot to have as many people here who joined us for our tailgate and then our preview show. For those of you that don't know, the students and the staff have all been together since last Monday. We did 5 days last week, 4 days this week, 8-hour days. Staff and I were talking earlier, we couldn't be any prouder of this group. They really pushed themselves, and every year we get better and better. So we're very happy with the work that they've done. I think you're going to enjoy the show tonight. Yeah, we'll talk more about that, but just incredibly proud of the work that they've done. I don't always tell them that, but you know, I can't say that enough, that we're very proud of them. So that's the recap for the week. That's all you're going to get out of me. I'm going to start by introducing our staff. I could not do this job without them. They really, especially this summer when I was away traveling most of the summer, they held the group together, got the students kind of prepared for camp. They make my job so easy. And first on our staff list would be my assistant director, Brandon Ace. We have Corey Moore, director of percussion, down there along the fence. Our front ensemble instructor, Aaron Hungerford, down along the fence. I don't know why they're so far away from me. Bree Shiver, who couldn't be here with us tonight, but she is one of our battery instructors. A round of applause for her. Mr. Dan Bevel, one of our new instructors this year as well, who's sitting up in the stands. We have Sydney Hungerford, our color guard director, down here along the fence. Her assistant, Monica Reed. Our wind and marching instructors, Olivia Arnold and Bridget Ifkovitz, down there along the fence. We have one of our new instructors and our wonderful sound engineer, Alan Apgar, back here hiding. Stand up, Alan. Come on, there we go. We have another marching instructor and our drill designer, Logan Benoist, down there along the fence. And then some other folks that couldn't be with us tonight, we have another a great group of percussion instructors, Quinn Billings, Julian Sherman, and Amber Bros. So a round of applause for those three as well. Again, I'm super thankful to the staff. They spend a lot of time here helping us put the show together, a lot of time with your students, and I couldn't be more thankful for them. Before we get into, I know you want to see the show, we've got some other things to show you first. Because along with the marching band show, we have things like stand tunes and learning how to march and all that other stuff that goes into marching band. So each section got to pick a stand tune that they wanted to showcase for you. We'll spread those throughout our program tonight. The first one up is 25 or 6 to 4. So that's the band's cue to get that one pulled up. And that was the flute section's pick. 25 or 6 to 4. Selection for stand tunes was from the clarinet saxes. They picked Seven Nation. introduce our student leadership. That is another group of students that I really could not do this job without. I think one marker of a great group of student leaders in the band is when they just do things and I don't have to worry about it. And so I appreciate kind of the partnership that they've developed with with myself and Mr. Nace and the rest of the staff. I truly feel that this group, more than some other groups that I've had, and I know Mr. Nace would agree with this, they are partners in helping us solve problems and getting the band where it needs to go. We very much appreciate that. We'll start with our drum majors. We have our senior drum major, Anna Farah. Anna. I haven't done that all. I'm so sorry. It's Anna. I have not done that all year. All right, and then our junior drum major is Johnny Allen back there. Our flute section leader is Michaela Suarez. Saxophones and clarinets is Dash Bedell. Trumpets and mellophones, John Barley over there. Low brass, we have Ryan Beschler. Our drum line, we have Ethan Wolfgang, also known as Keith. For front ensemble, Maple Gallo. And color guard, Whitley Kamarauskas. Did I say it right? All right, our next stand tune selection is from the Trumpets and Mellophones, and they've selected Hey Baby. Selection is from the low brass. They've picked Don't Stop Me Now. What measure we start? There we go. Okay, for the next portion of our program, one of the things that we do with our student leaders is we charge them with putting together a section showcase. So whether that's picking a song for their section to play, or some of them composed songs. So that's our opportunity. I really enjoy it because it gives an opportunity for our student leaders to work on some of their leadership skills, running rehearsals, things like that. And by and large, outside of them sending me what they're doing and me giving approval, they prepare these things entirely on their own as student leaders and with their section. So up first will be flutes. So give them a second and then they will start when they're ready. Okay, our next group to be going up will be our clarinets and saxes, led by Dash Bedell. I am told that this is a original composition by Dash. Dash's Requiem number 3, I believe. There we go, third year in a row. Clarinets and saxophones. Okay, next we have our trumpets and mellophones. This one was arranged by one of our trumpet players, Egan. Egan, raise your hand. Egan, raise, there you go. Egan arranged this one. Trumpet and mellows are led by John Barley. Okay, next we have our low brass section led by Ryan Beschler, who also arranged this tune for the low brass. next we have our drum line under the direction of Keith. He tells me he wrote this one. I didn't know that. Next we have our front ensemble, otherwise known as Pit, and I am told that Ryan also arranged this one. Okay, our last section showcase for tonight will be our color guard, and their routine was choreographed by Anna and Whitney.
get so forgetful when I look in your eyes. Now she's walking backwards through a parade, and I'm stuck in the shadows, locked in the shade. There ain't no way to sweep up the mess that we made.
Okay, we have a couple more stand tune selections for you, and then we'll get into some final announcements and then the actual show preview. So next, our drum line has selected Soul Bossa Nova. Once they're out there and ready. Quincy Jones. Next, the pit has selected 99 Red Balloons. selection for the color guard, they have selected Land of a Thousand Dances. Students are going to get ready to set up for, as they throw the music on the sideline, they're going to get ready to set up for our preview show. I'm going to welcome Janelle Mikowski, who's going to come out quickly and talk about the boosters. I can't thank Janelle and the rest of the officer team enough for the work that they do, and I have some other things to talk about it, but thank you to the boosters. Here's Janelle Mikowski.
Thank you. First and foremost, thank you all for coming out tonight to support this great group of kiddos. I'm here on behalf of the York Suburban Music Booster Association. If you don't know, we are a non-profit, completely volunteer organization, and we support all of the music programs here at the high school. We do a lot with marching band, obviously, but we do help all the music programs. We help in two main ways. First of all, financially. I can assure you any of your sponsorship dollars go directly back to the kiddos in some way. We help buy equipment. We're fundraising for a new podium. We get to do fun things like have the tailgate, but we also support a lot with just hands-on. So it takes a lot of helpers to get the equipment on and off the field for the football games. It takes a lot of helpers to do senior reception at the end of the year, anything like that. So if you do want to get more involved, we would love to have you. See me at the end of the show, or our Vice President Brad is here. Get in touch with Mr. Shear. He can get you in touch with any of us. I can assure you, you will never be alone. You will always have help. There's always a parent who's done it before who can help you out with it. I can also assure you there is an opportunity for everybody. No matter what you are interested in doing, no matter your time commitment, we can get you more involved. And I also guarantee you that you'll have a lot of fun because you get to hang out with a great bunch of people. So thank you.
Again, I can't thank the boosters enough. I know a lot of the parents in the audience tonight, you've donated financially as sponsors. Just a couple of things that money has gone to. Last year, it might have been 2 years ago now, we needed new uniforms because of how much we've grown. So the boosters, they chipped in to buy, it was 10 or 12 new uniforms. They come at around $600 a pop. So that was a large chunk of money that your sponsorships went towards. If you notice, our sound system this year works a lot better than the one we had last year, and that we've used. That was a booster donation, and I thank them so much for that. That was a relief for them to purchase that sound system. Like Janelle said, they're currently fundraising for a new podium. This sucker right here is about 30 years old. so it's almost as old as I am, and it's coming apart at the seams. So we're really working on trying to replace that so that we can make sure our drum majors have a safe place to conduct the band. Just to highlight a couple of our urgent needs that Janelle spoke about, the three areas that we really need somebody to step up would be our hospitality. That's what feeds the kids on our Saturday competitions, helps take care of our band night. If we don't have somebody willing to step into that role, again, you won't be alone. There's people that will support you, but if we don't have somebody for that, we don't know how we're going to feed the kids. So that's probably our most urgent area of need, is that hospitality, that we're looking for somebody to take on that role. Another one would be our senior dinner. We do a very nice job on senior night every year of honoring our seniors. Again, we don't currently have somebody in that role to take the lead on that. So if you're a parent of an underclassman and are willing to step into that, there are a lot of historical documents we can support you in what that looks like. But as of now, we don't have anybody to take the lead on that senior dinner. And so we're hoping we can try to make that happen, but we really need somebody. And then last would be our uniform. Janelle's, thankfully has been doing the uniforms with the help of Deb Barber, who is the parent of a graduate. So we're really looking for somebody, two graduates actually. So we're really looking for somebody to come in and take over for Deb so that we can train somebody so that when Janelle's not with us in a couple of weeks, when Janelle's not in charge of the boosters, she'll still be with us. We can carry on that. So those are our three top areas. Again, I can't thank those of you that come out and help us week after week. It's you are what makes the band get from point A to point B and look as good as they do. I will say, you'll notice the kids are in uniform tonight. They're the ones that decided to do that. They like their uniforms. They appreciate the work that the parents do. And I'm thankful for all the work that the boosters do putting into making the students look good. A couple of last minute thank yous before we get going with our previous show. Again, thank you to our student leadership and the staff. Thank you for the work, students, that you've done the last 2 weeks. Can I have a round of applause for our wonderful students and staff? Again, thank you to the boosters for the financial support and the physical support. Our snack committee from the last 2 weeks was led by Rachel Allen. Is Rachel here somewhere? Rachel, she's up there at the top. Thank you for doing that and for all the donations. She also coordinated our tailgate. Our Penny Wars was led by Kim Stamballs. Kim here? No? Okay, if you see Kim, thank her. Round of applause for Kim. Spirit Wear was led this year by Mary Ellen Martin. Is Mary Ellen here? No? Okay, if you see her, thank her. Round of applause for her. Our equipment crew this year will be led again by Steve Mikowski, who's down here in the front. Again, uniforms, Deb Barber and Janelle Mikowski get our kids looking nice in their uniforms. Round of applause for them. Jonathan West is the lead for the boosters on social media, and I know he's assisted by a bunch of people, but Jonathan West, where are you at, Jonathan? Somewhere there, over there. Thank you, Jonathan West, for that. Of course, I'd like to thank, if you don't know, I'm not a music teacher, I just do this for fun, so I do want to thank the music department, Ashley Markey, our department chair, and then Matt Hustler, the high school band director, and the rest of the department for the support that they give. Of course, our custodians and maintenance for putting up with us, and the turf beads, and the lunch trash, and all that stuff. They do a good job, and we're very thankful for our custodians and our maintenance. Of course, our district and high school administrators, many of whom are here tonight, we thank you all for the support that you give us. And finally, school board members, thank you for the work that you do unpaid to support the students of Suburban all the time. And I see a couple of our school board members down there. We thank you for being here with us tonight. All right, round of applause for all those folks. All right, last thing we're going to do tonight is preview the show. We have 4 parts, mostly on the field. The students did learn the drill all the way up to the end of the show. We have music up to most of it. So what you will see tonight is not a complete production. It is not finished. If you want to see the complete production, come out November 1st to championships. That's when it'll be done. Again, students did one heck of a job this week. Last week, there were 2 days, 105 heat index. We were out here all morning inside doing basics in the hallway. Last night, we were out on the Trojan Field learning drill until it started to downpour. Then we ran inside. And they kept coming to us saying, hey, it's not raining. Can we go back outside again? And so they were very eager to get that process going. And we're very thankful for the work that they've done. Our show this year is called the Cathedral. You're going to get the full announcement from the voice of the Trojan Marching Band in a second, but just kind of some background of where the show came from. Yeah, you can give Mr. Batchelor a round of applause. His fan club. Just a little background about the show. I'm not entirely sure who brought up the idea first, but this is kind of a joint idea. And it was one that's sort of been in the back of my mind for a while. As somebody who taught architecture for many years, I've always been like fascinated and in awe of like really large structures. And one of the things that I haven't told the staff this story that's been in the back of my mind, summer after 6th grade year, we were in St. Augustine, Florida. And I don't know if anybody's been to St. Augustine and seen the cathedral down there. Like, just magnificent building. That's the first time I think I saw anything that large, that magnificent. So through the design of the show and putting it on the field, that's kind of been the experience for me in the back of my mind. So as you watch the show and listen to the music, I want you to imagine that you're walking down a city street, and in the distance you see this really grand structure. All right, and whatever that means to you, I hope you kind of interact with the show and whatever it means to you. Our first number is going to be you walking up to the structure, and I hope that you see through the drill and through the music how it kind of unfolds in front of you and it gets larger as you approach it. Our second number kind of starts to get us inside of this cathedral. So you'll hear some stuff related to pipe organs. You'll see some drill forms related to pipe organs. So that's kind of the idea with that. Third number, you'll sort of see people within that structure kind of milling about, doing different things, and kind of figuring out contemplation and that sort of thing is what does the inside of the structure mean to you. And then what you won't hear all of the fourth number, but the idea of our last number of the show is all about kind of light and sound and how that plays in coming through the windows and the open doors and things like that. So that's kind of setting the scene. Students, I think they're ready to go, so I'm going to turn it over to Brad, who's going to read the official announcement. Then our drum majors will do their salute down on the 50, and then they'll do the preview show for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? No, I said, are you ready? The York Suburban Marching Band is proudly celebrating its 68th year of providing musical entertainment to the York Suburban community. The marching band is under the direction of Corbin Shearer and Assistant Director Brandon Nace. Additional staff include Logan Benoist, happy birthday by the way, Bridget Ifkovitz, Olivia Arnold, Aaron Hungerford, Corey Moore, Dan Bevel, Bree Shiver, Sydney Benoist, Annika Reed, Alan Apgar, Quinn Billings, Julian Sherman, and Amber Brose. The band is led on the field by drum majors Anna Farah and Johnny Allen. Our field show is titled The Cathedral. We invite the audience on a journey through the grandeur and wonder of a monumental structure. The production begins with Cody Fry's Caves, capturing the mystery and awe of first encountering the towering edifice. As we step inside, the vast space comes alive with the resonant echoes of Bach's Little Fugue in G minor, channeling the majesty of the building's inner chambers. In movement 3, Peter Gabriel's My Body is a Cage evokes a powerful sense of introspection and stillness, mirroring the atmosphere of quiet contemplation. The show culminates in Frank Ticelli's Angels in the Architecture, as light dances through the imagined stained glass, illuminating the structure's intricate beauty in a final moment of brilliance. Music arrangements are written by Ken Hustler. The percussion arrangers are Corey Moore and Craig Cosda. Musical soloists include John Barley, Savannah Hawes, Ryan Beschler, Mihai Dobson, Egan Torres, Dash Bedell, and Piper Schaaf. Visual soloists include Maddie Thomas and Whitley Komaraskis. The students and staff would like to thank the York Suburban Music Boosters Association, the York Suburban School Board, administrators, staff, and all the parents and alumni who continue to support the marching band. In particular, the band would like to thank the boosters for their generous donation of the new sound system this season. And now, under the direction of Anna Farah and Johnny Allen, the York Suburban Marching Band is proud to present The Cathedral.
students